are Pro Cannabis Media.
Hi everybody, welcome to a very special edition of Live from the New England Cannabis Convention. It's In the Weeds with Jimmy Young. No, it's not. Today it's Green Rush Live, you know, because it's Friday at 4 o'clock. That's the time we always do our Business of Cannabis talk show. And today I'm on location at NECANN at the Heinz Auditorium in Boston. This is one of the biggest trade shows in the cannabis industry in the world. Okay, outside of Vegas. All right, is that fair enough?
Fair.
All right. Now, see, here's the problem. This is James Winokur from Berkshire Roots. Not a problem. He's one of my favorite people with a couple of great products. But you took your name tag and you put it in your pocket. So as a reporter, I didn't memorize your name.
No worries. My name's Tommy Coryell.
Tommy Coryell, okay, is your name.
That is.
Any relation to Dan? Never mind. Everything comes back to sports with me. I apologize. Okay.
I love it.
Oh, you do?
I'm not no relation, but I love the sports.
Okay, good. Fair enough. Phew. At least then you'll understand my analogies.
Yes.
Heavy Metal is the brand.
Correct, sir.
Now, we're going to come back because Heavy Metal now is being carried by the wholesale division of Berkshire Roots or the distribution center. What is it being carried by, James?
Well, actually, it's a collaboration.
Okay.
So Heavy Metal's a licensed product for Berkshire Roots. We're the manufacturer, develop the products, and now distributing the products.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's a one-man band, this guy, right? You talk about a vertically integrated professional. This is him right here, right? Tell me, Mr. Heavy Metal, about exactly what this product is and why you're so excited to bring it to Massachusetts with a dream teamer like James.
So Heavy Metal, 45-year-old adult theme brand, mainly focused in content, science fiction, fantasy, horror, but really is a lifestyle and a DNA brand, right? And we, over the years, management has thought about doing things like this, but James actually was the original one to reach out and start a conversation. And as that conversation evolved, I did my research on Berkshire Roots, both about them and then also testing their product, got a tour of the facilities, and then got under the hood about, in their brain to see if they understood the brand and, why it made sense and how we were going to want to interact with our customers. It all came together in kind of a perfect marriage, and we're really excited about, the past couple months of development and about going live in about a month from now.
Okay. Well, again, another unique product coming out of the Berkshire Roots machine, right? I suppose I could probably ask you what's the best part, which product you are the most happy with, but I'm going to turn to him and ask him that. Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
James, what is the best product you think for the Heavy Metal group that you're excited?
Well, I'm excited about all of them. We actually started from scratch. We said we want to do something really unique for the brand, so we have 3 new strains that we've never sold at Berkshire Roots. Of course, everything's derived from there, concentrates, vape carts, so we have some really great vape carts. That might be my favorite, but really great edibles too. So we wanted some things that people really like, and then a couple of what I call palate-challenging edibles too, that go with the brand. So I think the whole lineup and introducing the whole suite of products, pretty unique.
So what's unique, guys, as I'm sure you know, and I think you probably know, is there's not supposed to be interstate commerce in cannabis. And yet, with someone like your brand and your stuff, you can replicate your stuff over different states, right?
In theory, yes, absolutely. But the main focus is launching first in Massachusetts, getting it right. Again, why we're excited about the partners that we have, having good quality strains to build, the entire line off of, and then also figuring out like a 360, like I said, interactive experience for our customers. So within the packaging, there's going to be art from the brand, for both old and new. There's also going to be QR codes.
Who does your art?
Artists from all over the world.
I love that.
Heavy Metal is the world's kind of foremost illustrated magazine, you can see here, and is known for its art over the many, many years. Also, though, the QR codes will be able to take you to new content that'll be tied directly to cannabis. So over time, yes, the plan is hopefully to grow it, but we're going to get it right here in Massachusetts first, and we're going to take it from there.
You're certainly working with one of the best, as far as I can say. And of course, you and I just met, and he's not paying me, so you know it comes from the heart. Plus, I love your products, as you know.
Thank you, sir.
He's also the exclusive carrier, excuse me while I die, of the Yellow Labs Spritz. And you know that product too.
I have tried it, and I like it.
I like it. Everybody who tries it likes it. It's like that old commercial from Alka-Seltzer. I try it, you'll like it. How quickly can you turn that stuff around? How quickly can you turn that yellow lapse? In other words, how quickly can you manufacture all that? Because every time I go to a dispensary and ask for it by name,
Yes.
they're out of it.
Well, we love that demand is high. We can make lots of product, but the buyer ordered a certain quantity, and we'll be thrilled if they run out. But we try and keep on top of it. We can make plenty for you, Tommy, as much as you want. Tommy loves it. Jimmy loves it. Everybody loves it. Yeah.
And interstate, I'm going to go back to interstate commerce with James here. Because you cannot take flour across state lines.
Or anything.
Correct. Or right. Well, you could have it right. You barely could take it out of the dispensary and use it privately at this point. But let's just cut to the chase and talk about interstate commerce, because manufactured products, licensed recipes that can be replicated in different states is going on all over the country.
Yeah, I've been involved with cannabis since 2014. My first company, that's exactly what we were doing, is lining up manufacturers in other states to make the product. I was at MariMed, same thing, getting license deals in. Actually brought a hot sauce from Puerto Rico to Massachusetts when I was at MariMed. So we're going to do the same thing with our Berkshire Roots products. We're only a Massachusetts licensed operator. We would like to bring our brands to New York and Connecticut and Rhode Island, so that's the way you have to do it.
And I'm guessing you're spending a little time in those neck of the woods now.
Yeah, we are lining up our manufacturers and those arrangements in other states so we can bring our Berkshire Roots brands there. Yeah.
So pardon my age-appropriate ignorance about heavy metal, okay? I remember when heavy metal started, and to me, it was noise. It was a lot of noise, right? Is that kind of what you're hoping to create in the industry, is a lot of noise, or also really good products? That's a loaded question.
No, it's an easy question because the answer is both, right? I think, look, that's why this brand makes sense, because it is a loud brand, from on the page to off the page to what it's done in animation. It's always been kind of groundbreaking and unique and cutting through the norm, right? It's almost been a megaphone for counterculture, we say internally. And so, that makes sense when you're trying to launch a product into a difficult market, right? We think that we have that kind of unique hook as a brand, and again, a kind of 360 interactive experience. But the product has to be fantastic also. You asked me before, like, what are my favorite products? I mean, Berkshire Roots makes fantastic products across every single line. I'm very, very partial to the chocolate bars. Like, he knows I talk about them all the time. But honestly, the consistency, the potency, what you're expecting from each strain, like, it has been phenomenal. And it's really important that we stay, a premium brand with a premium supplier like that.
So now do I have to go, I want my heavy metal at Berkshire Roots?
Yes.
Is that pretty much what the campaign is going to be?
You have to sing a song.
Well, the song I sing, and if you went to the Summit Lounge event, I did sing Shanty. Now, there's very few people out there that are under the age of 60 who remember the song Shanty by Jonathan Edwards. I'm going to guess that this heavy metal guy has never heard of it. Am I right?
You are correct.
And I'm going to guess you probably have.
I know Jonathan Edwards, so I probably know the song.
Not only does he know the song, he knows Jonathan Edwards. Yeah. I'm not gonna sing it with you, but I hope some Wednesday at Summit Lounge you'll come out with us and we'll do it.
We'll do some singing.
All right, there you go. He's Tommy from Heavy Metal. He's James from Berkshire Roots. I'm Jimmy Young. We're gonna have more of Green Rush Live from the can after this. Don't go away.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, what?
What would you give me to jump in that pool behind us? Would you give me
I would
Friday
give
off?
you. I would give
you
you
me Friday off.
I'll give you
Friday off,
and I'll give you $5 on top of it.
$5 and Friday off. I jump in the pool.
You got to strip down to your skivvies. Jump in the pool.
I'm not gonna strip down to my skivvies, but I will jump in the pool.
All right, let's see. Let's see if he's got the guts to do this. Let's see. He doesn't know this, but he's really an idiot.
Oh!
He really is.
Time to the
Look at, and then the hairpiece floated to the top.
It's a holiday and that's better than
He
ever.
swims like my dad.
Wow, I can't believe that was 30 years ago for NECN. That's right, New England Cable News. Mike Adams and I were the original sports guys there, and we're getting back together again on Wednesday night, April 12th at the Summit Lounge in Worcester, Massachusetts for a live In the Weeds with Jimmy Young, the founder of Pro Cannabis Media, and Mike Adams, the legendary Planet Mikey. You got to come down to the Summit Lounge and join us 7 p.m. live, to 9 p.m. will be the live show. We'll have contests and prizes and some giveaways. What does this have to do with cannabis, you ask? You'll have to come down to the Summit Lounge to check it out, or tune in on the Pro Cannabis Media social media network Wednesday night, April 12th, 7 to 9 p.m. Join us, won't you? It's a whole new world of weed out there, isn't it? Everyone is learning new ways to titrate, ingest, consume, imbibe, and engage with this plant medicine we call cannabis. Hi, I'm Jimmy Young, the founder of Pro Cannabis Media and the host of In the Weeds, and once in a while, the really live business cannabis talk show we call Green Rush on Friday afternoons from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. Now let me tell you my cannabis story. You know, I've had 4 major surgeries in the past 23 years and suffer from osteoarthritis with a variety of metal parts in my body and one on deck. Now, thanks to those chronic pain issues, I've been a medical patient in Massachusetts for almost 10 years now. I remember my first trip to a dispensary just outside of Boston, and I told the bud tender I didn't want to smoke it anymore, so I tried edibles, then tinctures, then vaping, and now, if I'm going to smoke, I only use the Weegits filtration system. What? The Weegits.com, Weegits, that's weed, W-E-E-D, G-E-T-S.com, is where you'll find the planet's coolest product that cools the smoke from everyone's favorite flower. Now, the guy that started this was a pretty good medical device manufacturer, and he created this maze pipe that cools the smoking process from 1300 degrees Fahrenheit upon inflammation down to just 90 degrees when it reaches your mouth. That's right, 1300 down to 90. That's why this maze pipe is amazing. So here's how it works. You start with that glass bowl, you flame on, and then you inhale nice and smooth so the smoke goes through 3 different filtration and cooling systems. Now, if pre-rolls is your thing, you can use the Weegits filter that a pre-roll fits into perfectly. That's right, or even a chillum. The more filters, the smoother the draw. Best of all is the price. You can get all this, or one or the other, for just a few bucks. It'll cool your smoke and you'll give your lungs a break. Now, add in the code of PCMTV and you get 15% off. So just go to Weegits.com and check out the best way to enjoy a cooler smoke with less coughing and hacking and more peace of mind. All that resin and tar is collected in the polyurethane filters that are easy to clean with soap, water, and a few Q-tips. Your lungs will thank you, and so will I.
As a broker, we have access to many, many cannabis carriers. So I will go in with 2 or 3 quotes for people. The quotes might be $20,000 for one, $22,000 for another, $17,500 for another. Pretty close among the 3. What I tell people is it's not the pricing, it's what's included and not included, meaning exclusions. An exclusion in layman's terms is just something that's not included. It's not on the menu. So it's just not included. But if you don't know that, if no one shows you that on page 71 of a 150-page policy, you're not going to know. No one knows. I never met one person that says they read an insurance policy. If you do, I got some property in Florida for you.
Weed Talk and In the Weeds are two productions of Pro Cannabis Media supported by Revolutionary Clinics, one of the top medical cannabis dispensaries in the Massachusetts area, now with 3 locations in Greater Boston, 2 in Cambridge and 1 on Broadway in Somerville. Rev Clinics has a patient-first mission. They will customize your needs as a medical patient with the proper titration and combination of strains, flavors, and products. Rev Clinics, where the patient comes first.
So the reality of the matter is, big banks and small banks are going to be different in a lot of ways. And they're both going to have their advantages and disadvantages. For a business like cannabis, you really have to have an integral knowledge of that business and a real granular knowledge of that business and the players involved in it. And that's why if you look at the banks that are successful to play in this space in Massachusetts, they are smaller banks that are very heavy, intensified personal touch, human communication, where you don't get a lot of that with the bigger banks.